So time is a movement from here to there. Psychologically also it's a movement from here to there. So thought is time. Right? This is important to understand because our brain is the essence of time. And we are functioning psychologically in that pattern. I will have pleasure. I remember being happy, having marvelous experience, this or that, and I must have more. This constant becoming, right, is time. Now we're asking, is that an actuality or a fiction or an illusion psychologically? All right, sir? Are we getting tired? This is too much from the office. We are saying time as time is necessary in the acquisition of knowledge of various kinds, many kinds. Now, is time necessary to end something psychologically? You follow it? That is, psychologically, I have fear. Most human beings have fear. And they have had this fear psychologically probably from the very beginning of time. From the very beginning of psychological time. Right? And we haven't resolved it. Not only are we frightened of physical pain and so on physically, but psychologically we have great fears of getting hurt, getting bruised, wounded, psychologically. Because we have, from childhood, been hurt, and so on. So, our brain functions in time. And so, it has never resolved any of the problems. I wonder if you made it. Huh? If I say to myself, I will get over my fear, actually what takes place is, I'm still frightened at the end of it. I exercise will, control it, escape from it, and so on, so on, so on. And so human beings have never resolved this problem of fear. And we are saying, as long as we think in patterns of time, psychologically, fear will continue. Is this clear? So, we are saying, can this thing called fear be ended immediately? Now let me take another, fear is a rather complex problem which we'll go into perhaps tomorrow or another talk. Take for instance, dependence. Psychological dependence. Human beings have cultivated this. because they're afraid to be alone. They're afraid to be lonely. They want comfort. They feel sustained if they depend on somebody. Because in themselves they are insufficient psychologically, therefore clinging to somebody. A religious image or a personal image and so on, clinging to somebody. Now, that has been the pattern of the human mind, cultivated through time. The consequences of dependence is fear, anxiety, jealousy, hatred, antagonism, all that follows. In that pattern we have lived, right? Now, to end that pattern immediately is the question. Because the moment when you admit time, I will end later, you have admitted moving away from the fact. Right? The fact is one is dependent. Now without admitting time, you understand, I will get over it, end it immediately. You have broken the pattern of time. You're following this? Are you working as hard as I'm working for you? That is, observe how you are dependent on another, psychologically. All the remembrance, all the pictures, the images, and so on, dependent. And our brain has been used to the pattern of time because it has grown with time. So it has exercised an act of will. I will. And that means avoiding the fact. Now when one understands, not intellectually or verbally, but actually sees the fact how the brain works in time and therefore never resolves, and you see the urgency of not depending, it's ended. When you end something, a new thing begins. Right? Are we thinking together? Or are you merely listening to the talk of a speaker and then saying, yes, I don't quite understand what he's talking about. He talks about this and that, which means you really are not thinking about the problem which is your problem. The problem of humanity. The problem which is to bring about a totally different kind of society.